Today, a decision about the president-elect's hush money conviction here in Manhattan. It has been pushed down the road.
News Force Chris Glorioso live in our newsroom with what we know about this delay now, Chris.
Well, Natalie, David, Judge Juan Merchan was scheduled to rule today on Trump's motion to dismiss the hush money case based on the Supreme Court's presidential immunity ruling. But now we've learned the judge may not have to make that decision at all. That's because prosecutors in the office of DA Alvin Bragg have revealed they are now considering standing down on the historic criminal case that they won 5 months ago.
There's a rigged trial.
After a Manhattan jury convicted Donald Trump of 34 felonies for falsely recording payments to a porn star, Trump denied wrongdoing and pledged to appeal. Now that appeal may not even matter. According to emails filed in New York State Court, DA Alvin Bragg is considering the idea of dropping the hush money case in much the same way special counsel Jack Smith is working to wind down the federal election interference and classified documents cases. Writing to Judge Juan Merchan, Manhattan prosecutor Matthew Colangelo asked for more time to consider the impact of the presidential election, adding, "The people agree that these are unprecedented circumstances and that arguments raised by Donald Trump's defense require careful consideration."
We arrived at this trial and ultimately today at this verdict in the same manner as every other case that comes through the courtroom doors.
After winning the historic guilty verdict in May, DA Bragg insisted the former president was treated like any other defendant. But Tuesday's court filing concedes he's not like other defendants, since moving forward with sentencing could impact Trump's transition to his second presidential term. At the joint request of prosecutors and the defense, Judge Merchan has now agreed to again postpone his decision on the motion to dismiss the case for 1 week. Trump's presidential transition team taking a victory lap, writing, "It's now abundantly clear that Americans want an immediate end to the weaponization of our justice system, including this case, which should have never been filed."
The case was the case. It went before 12 independent jurors.
Michael Cohen, Trump's former fixer and a key prosecution witness, responded to the latest postponement, predicting Trump will avoid criminal punishment. But he said the record of 12 jurors agreeing on his guilt is part of history's record.
It doesn't change the ultimate decision that there were 34 counts of guilt. Plain and simple. That stays on the record. He's going to avoid accountability as it relates to sentencing, but not accountability as it relates to the charges.
DA Bragg's office did not respond to our request for comment today. Judge Merchan has asked Bragg's prosecutors to come back by November 19th with their view of the appropriate next steps in light of Donald Trump being reelected. That could include postponing his sentencing until after Trump finishes his second term all the way in 2029. Alternatively, DA Bragg could agree to drop the entire case in the interest of justice. We may learn more in a week.